people that are comfortable, please sit back, relax, and close your eyes. You don't have to close your eyes if that's not comfortable for you, but please do if you can. Wow, we have arrived. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. So let's just stay. Now the moment can be pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. And so let's commit ourselves for the next 5 minutes or so to just stay. There's nowhere better to be. Let's just show up for this moment. All right, so let's check in with our body as a whole, maybe going from head to toe or toe to head. And just see, maybe you're holding tension in a place where it's not serving you. Maybe your shoulders are higher than they need to be. Maybe even your jaw is clenched. And so allow gravity to do what gravity does and just pull you down into the chair as we do the radical work of being present. Now in a moment, I'm going to ask you to ride waves around. Yes, ride waves around. I'm going to start with the ringing of a bell. And I want you to feel the waves of air as they hit your ears, listening most closely to those last 5 seconds until you can't hear the sound of the bell anymore. And now, let's shift our awareness to rest on a different sort of wave, but a wave nonetheless. The wave of just this breath. Riding the wave of the breath. Maybe placing your attention on where you feel the breath the most. Maybe it's as you bring in air through your nose, as it hits the back of your throat, or as you notice the rise and fall. The rise and fall of your belly. Riding the waves of the breath. Curiosity, openness, acceptance, and compassion for yourself. And if you're like most people, your mind is going to wander. That's what the brain does. But the challenge here is to note that the mind has left the breath. Maybe you popped off to, gee, I wonder what's for lunch. Or a judgment thought like, wow, I bet so-and-so sitting next to me is better at this than I am. Comparison thought. Whatever the thought is, just note that the mind has left the breath. Gently let go of that thought and just simply place your attention right back on this breath. Riding the waves of this breath. Now I'm going to ask you to do something maybe a little bit more challenging. I'm guessing many of us in here experience tinnitus, but even for those who don't, let's shift all of our awareness to a different sort of wave, but a wave nonetheless. The wave of tinnitus in this moment. Shifting all of your awareness to ride waves of tinnitus, and for those who don't experience tinnitus, maybe riding the waves of sounds that you hear in the room. Riding the waves of tinnitus. And if you notice that your mind pops off to, or you feel an emotion come up, just note where the mind is gone, let it go, and just ride the waves of tinnitus, much like you rode the waves of the breath. Moment by moment by moment, and breath by breath by breath, just riding waves of tinnitus and sound. And of course, you can always come back to the breath. You can always come back to your tuning fork, to your anchor. so we're gonna end this brief breathing exercise with a story about catching monkeys in the wild. Yes, a story about catching monkeys in the wild. So, a long time ago, these hunters had this very crafty way of catching monkeys. They would be in the jungle and they would take a coconut, and they would take this coconut and cut a very special hole in the coconut. Now, the hole was just large enough for a monkey's paw to go in, but it was too small for a monkey's fist to pull out. So imagine this coconut with a hole that was large enough for a monkey's paw to go in, but was too small for a monkey's fist to pull out. Now they would take this coconut, they would nail it to a tree, stick a banana inside, and then go hide in the bushes and wait for the monkeys to arrive. And sure enough, the monkeys would arrive. And they were looking around and they see a banana inside a coconut. Now there are plenty of bananas out there, but they've never seen one inside a coconut. So of course the monkeys run up to this special coconut, they stick their paw inside, they wrap their fist around the banana, and up, they're stuck. They're stuck. And all the monkey needed to do in order to gain his or her freedom was to just let go. But the monkey doesn't think to do that. And so before we open our eyes today, let's think for a moment about something that we might be holding on to at the expense of our own freedom. Now gently opening your eyes. This is my favorite part because you guys are really chill. It's wonderful.